How's it going, everybody? We are going to talk about a little bit about what we're playing right now, but also a little bit more on the gaming going all digital in the future. Let's talk a little bit about that. Today, I am joined by the OG squad. We're all here.
Yeah, that's right.
Yay, let's go.
Yes.
Let's
So
go.
I'm 702, the host. We got Jason, the great I. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, man. Good, man. All right. And then we got Josh, J-Mac.
Hey.
Man, it's good to have both you guys back at once. We're all back together.
The originators.
It's been a long time. The originators, yeah.
For real, man. It's just trifecta right here.
If you're wondering why I'm recording in a garage right now, it's because there was nowhere else to do it. So.
That's where he lives now. He lives in the garage now.
Yeah, someone got in trouble.
Please subscribe, share. We got to get Jacob out of the garage.
Yes. Yeah. He's currently living in a 1x1x1.
Yeah.
So, to help my guy out.
Help me out, please.
Help him out, man.
All right, this is 702 Gaming Podcast. This is episode 37. All right. So first off, what are we playing? Jason, what are you up to in the gaming world?
I have been playing a lot, actually. Like this year has been so busy for me, work-wise, that I feel like I haven't been doing anything but working. Actually, that's all I've been doing. Again, about 4.5 months out of the first 6 months of this year, I haven't even been in the state. So nothing but work. Once I finally got back, let's see, here's my list. I've been playing a lot of Forever Winter, or The Forever Winter. Awesome indie extraction shooter. But one of the more unique extraction shooters. It's co-op, up to 4-player. Me and my nephew have been rocking that for a while. The new RoboCop. If you are a fan of RoboCop, you got to play it. It is absolutely amazing. Psychonauts. That's an original PS1 game. Been playing Replaced a bit on my Legion Go. I'm the old school guy, right? So I like me a nice side-scrolling adventure. I've been playing the Callisto Protocol, and that's good. I don't understand all the hate that game got now that I've been able to dive into it some more. And I've been playing American McGee's Alice. And the new Marvel side-scrolling beat-em-up adventure. Been playing that as well. So
yeah, okay, yeah.
I've been in there trying to.
Well, just a couple of the games that you talked about. Replaced.
Yeah.
I played all the way through that. Beat it.
Okay.
That's awesome.
I good so
game.
far, man.
Yeah, like visually the combination of pixel art with like modern graphics, right? But it plays kind of like Flashback. To me,
see,
like the old Flashback.
This is why I'm secretly in love with you. I guess it's not a secret now; everyone knows. But
yeah,
Flashback, man, that was such a unique game. And I remember the first couple of times I played it, it was obviously a PC game, right? You could tell, even though we were playing it more than likely on the console, like I was. But so unique, the characters, the world that you're on, like all of it was such a unique type of side-scrolling platformer. It either had the worst controls ever or controls that fit the game. Right? There was like no in between with that.
Not sure which, but yeah,
I'm
right.
still to this day. I beat it like a couple years back again, and it was like, I think it was amazing. All right.
Hear me out. But even Replaced is kind of that same kind of controller scheme. It kind of feels a little clunky, but
right.
Not that it's like a bad thing. It just fits the game.
Yeah, I think it's
weird.
It's a part of that game or those type of games from that era, right? Like I know everyone says tank controls when you think the first like Resident Evil 1, 2, and 3. And I think it has to be that way for those games. All right. Once you move into 4 and it's more of like an action type of shooter, that wouldn't work very well for what those games were supposed to be. So I think the same thing with this, like the controls are different, but after maybe, 10, 15 minutes, I got it. Let's go. So it's been really good.
Yeah.
It's been really good.
Right on. Callisto Protocol. I agree. I heard all the hate online for it, and it went on sale at one point, and I bought it just because I kind of felt like playing a. Um, what's the creator? He made the other games. Dead Space,
Yes, yes, yes,
right?
yes.
So it's like a Dead Space ish type game.
Mhm.
Loved it.
Yeah,
I
I'm
love that game.
loving this game so far, and I think it's one of those games that had so much that it was being compared to prior to coming out. So when it came out and it wasn't Resident Evil, they're like, this game sucks. Like, well, it's not supposed to be Resident Evil, right?
Like
It's
it
not
didn't have
supposed to be.
fair,
Yeah,
judgment right out the gate.
like no, it was no fair judgment with that game at all. A couple of the games actually that I've been playing were similar to that. So yeah, I think it's a very fun cinematic style game. Like you're playing a movie is what it feels like.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I'm enjoying it definitely.
Right on. Cool. And those other games sound cool. The first one you mentioned was that Neverwinter. Is that what you said?
The
Or
Forever Winter.
the Forever Winter.
I mean, I definitely do more indie game developers now.
Okay. Yeah.
I've been enjoying giving my money to companies that are like, hey man, it's only 5 of us.
Amen.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's 5
amen.
of us, give us an opportunity. And they have, I've been playing this for a while now. The amount of updates, there is an update that they did recently I didn't really care for, but that's not the point though. The updates, the listening to the community, the things that I think can only happen with indie developers as opposed to, hey, this game's been broken since it came out, Capcom. Like what's going on with this? So it will fix it with DLC that you have to purchase. It's like, nah, I'm cool on that. So it's an amazing game though. Definitely.
I feel similarly with podcasts. Like indie podcasts should really, the 702 Gaming podcast. Episode.
Just saying, that
nice
was not
plug.
a purposeful segue, but I like it though. This man is trying to get out that garage.
Yeah.
You guys thought it was a joke.
Get me out.
Get out of here.
And the door behind me, the roll-up door, it's locked. I can't even get out.
Blink twice if you need help.
He's
This whole time he's been
Is this high
blinking.
def?
like, oh wait, it's this way, right? It's this way.
You're right. You're like,
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So Josh,
Extra
what have you
anchovies.
been playing, man?
Oh man, I wish more indie games. Honestly, after that conversation, I'm so down for the indie games right now. I think they're taking over this AAA. That's a different conversation. That's not the question you asked. So, getting into kind of falling back from Destiny a little bit, I think that that shot in the arm, that dopamine kind of wore off for most of the crew there, and especially since I took a little 2-week break hiatus out of town, I haven't been home either. Came back and started playing RuneScape again. RuneScape is playing old school RuneScape is easy on my phone. I kind of was kind of AFKing a little bit on my phone here and there, especially on the drives that I had to make this last 2 weeks, which is nice to bump up my defense and all that stuff, those stats to come back to that. That's such a good game, right? It's been going on for 20 years, and I know graphically it's not appealing and all that, but the questing and I know it's a little bit of reading, but that's kind of where games started. You had to read, right? It wasn't always told to you.
Imagine
in the stories.
that.
I know.
you read.
I know. You idiot. You geek with glasses over here, like you were reading.
It's like a superpower now.
What if the subtitles were all in cursive?
That age gates a lot of people from playing.
Right? That's pretty tough.
Only old guys can play this.
Yes. It's like Sanskrit.
So then playing a little Civilization 7. I don't know if you guys know Civilization. It's a really fun game. I'll play with that with my brother. It's like Risk on crack, if you will. It's so much fun. They just had
that's the newest one, right? 7?
Yeah, it's the newest version of Civilization.
I didn't know you were into games like that.
They had a big game. Oh yeah, that one's awesome. And they just had a big update that helped. It's very it's how do I say this, like UI friendly, of like hovering over stuff and trying to help you kind of like understand what you're upgrading and doing it, because the game has so much depth when you're trying to figure out how much food your civilization needs, and like how to up your production and like keep your gold going and like get your troops going before you even decide to invade and like grow your civilization or move it into the next age. So They did some really, really nice updates out there, kind of fleshing out
Nice.
some things there. And then this is kind of PC and then IRL kind of transitioning into Magic the Gathering.
Like
Yeah.
the actual card.
Yes.
game?
So you can play Magic the Gathering on Steam for free and kind of go through that. There's paid versions. They go nuts with all the, there's Ninja Turtle packs, there's Marvel packs, there's like they're jumping on basically the Fortnite train with that on the live version or the PC or gaming version. You can get it on mobile and all that stuff. But kind of segueing what we're talking about, moving out of digital, like another golf instructor I know, a good buddy, he hosts like once a week or every 2 weeks MTG night. So people go to his house and hang out for a bit and play Magic. And honestly, like we kind of need to do that more, overall, and Discord and the communication we can have and doing all that, but it still can't replace like being next to somebody and having and it's kind of going back to old school co-op couch gaming, right? So like like passing the controller, even if it's a one player game with your bestie, staying up all night, trying to beat Sonic. And enjoying that and like looking forward to maybe like kind of building some decks and having that as a side hobby, so where it's not digital dependent. It is literally physical cards and do that. Now you can do, like I said, you can go into Steam and do all that. So I don't know, it's just something I'm thinking about and messing around with.
So that's interesting that you guys have been going over there and playing Magic. You haven't invited me.
Oh, well, you're never here.
Mean you don't want black Magic?
Yeah, right. There we go. There it is. I don't think they have any race cards in the packs, but
that's
maybe
all
you
I
could
want to
try.
play.
Yeah,
that's all I want to play.
Just a deck full of race cards.
Just tossing them out, baby. Let's go. Let's go. I win, sucker. I think I saw because I stalk you a bit, not like in a scary way, not like like that.
What's he playing?
I'm pretty sure I saw it pop up under your name on Steam, and I was like, "What? That can't be." And I didn't think twice about it. So you saying it now, I'm like, "Oh my gosh, this guy's really playing that." That was something I never got into, was like the card stuff. But as a comic book guy, almost every comic shop has like an area where they're playing like cards. I'm like, that. It seems fun. It seems fun, but I just never.
That's exactly what I wanted to bring up. Was I'm a comic card guy when I was a kid.
Oh, sorry. I guess it's not mature.
Yeah. Well, I just
you caught that, right, Josh?
Had any, yeah, I know. When I was young, I would still do it, but long story, I won't get into it. But I don't have any of the cards that I had when I was a kid. However, I would have still been doing it if I did. But I have a friend here in town that just opened up a comic store, and there's a back room with tabletop games. Yeah. And so you can come in and there's no charge. You just bring in your game, you just start playing. And so the community just kind of meets up there and plays the different tabletop games. Sounds awesome.
Yeah. That's cool.
So I wanted to ask you then, Josh, because that's super interesting. Do you just play like the base cards, or do you have a version? Because I heard there's a bunch coming out, right? Like, as far as variants,
as far as the Magic the Gathering itself, or playing like a different like when
MTG you go with
game.
Physical deck, are you playing with just Magic the Gathering cards, or are you playing with Magic the Gathering cards like isn't there like Final Fantasy or like you said
there are like I guess how do you like more sponsorships and things like you can do like that. But these, like when you play with the hard card, it's like they're basic, like Magic made them and made up the creatures and what they do and all that stuff. Okay. It's very, very kind of, I mean, it's playing Dungeons and Dragons with a card game 1-on-1 or like in teams. So this guy, he had just come over, and I actually helped. He found like this little 3D print packet, and I made him a bunch of these packets so we can play a different version where cards go into it, and we just dump out like 40 of these. They're just like almost like look like cassette tape holders, but like cards go in them, and they're all blacked out because it's just 3D printed. And he just dumps like 30 of them on the table, and everybody's just going to get mixed up, and everybody's going to grab a handful and make their deck from that, and then like challenge each other. So there's always different ways. There's different ways to play it, different versions to play it than the straight up like kind of like 1v1 stuff. But I mean, if you ever get into that world a little bit, it gets pretty crazy. Like people are super duper serious about it, and there's some money that gets tossed around in them, like even at your local shops, like especially here. And it's no more different than collecting baseball cards or or like sports cards. There being collectibles is like you're opening packs and doing that. It's, Pokemon has their version of it or has another game. There's a bunch of different spin-offs of these kind of card games that you can play. What's my favorite from like when I was Yu-Gi-Oh, right? Like the Yu-Gi-Oh cards, like that's a thing. Like we have one or two of those packs, but it plays a little different, but it's still the same thing. And these card shops, they're still alive. You go in them and there's people there, and they got some cards and some sleeves that you're like, how is a piece of paper $600? But it's no different than Barry Bonds' rookie card. Yeah, it's still
like
just
from the collectability standpoint.
Yeah, exactly. So,
you.
but
do you do figurines too, or is that a different?
No, that's a whole different world. I've seen those shops. Those are like different specific shops. There's a couple in town. There's actually one over by the old Encore Warehouse.
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
Yeah. Those are really
that's
cool.
More D&D.
I would have no idea how to play those.
Okay.
Those are
I feel like that's D&D more, right?
That's D&D.
Anytime you've got like the pieces and stuff, like I've 3D printed a couple of them just because I like the designs, right? Where I'm like, oh, this is awesome. And then you read about them, like there's like 80 pages of lore behind this one figurine. So I'm like, I just got it to paint it, who'd knew?
Yeah.
But I think that's cool. And I like what you're saying too, like the, trying to get back to the couch co-op style of just being around other humans.
Yeah.
Right. Like, is that coming back? I don't know, but I think we're doing our part.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that's
I think we're doing our part. We definitely, I know I support video game manufacturers that, or publishing houses and makers and teams that do couch co-op games because, since I build arcades, I'd like to have the ability to have 2 to 4 players all playing side by side like we used to, in an actual arcade. So I like the couch co-op. I think is important.
Very cool, man. I like that.
Yeah, I like that.
You told us before we started recording that you were going to surprise us with one of the things, and I wouldn't have guessed that.
Yeah.
I would not have guessed that either.
What do you have more of, Magic the Gathering cards or hats?
That's a good question.
There's probably cards under those hats.
No, no, I honestly don't have that many decks of cards, so probably hats.
I thought you were going to say hats, and I was going to say, right.
Yeah,
some hats, man.
Yeah, no. I mean, it's easy to store a bunch of cards and a bunch of hats, but I see what you did there. That's only a little offended. Yeah,
you got to watch him, man. He's just sneaky. This guy.
Those hats behind you, they're just sound insulation, right?
Right. I never wear them.
Yeah, it's just to help. Yeah.
They all got their stickers on and tags, and that's it.
This guy's a collector. I know what he's doing. I know what he's doing.
Yeah, I mean, you can. I got a lot of different ones up there. You can pick one. Okay.
Yeah, I see your hat. Is that a Wynn hat?
Oh yeah, I got to go play the Wynn golf course a couple weeks ago.
I worked there for
awesome.
a while before they opened. Even I helped open that place.
Really?
Yeah, for real.
This guy, he helped him open it. Look at this guy right here.
I was in engineering for a year before they opened, for a year, and then a year after that, after they opened, and then they fired me. But
yeah, one of my clients in our like,
I deserved it. It's fine.
In our group program, she's like head of marketing. The
Okay.
sweetest lady in the world, and she picked up golf to be like more active and get outside, and her husband does it with her, and like she was like, oh yeah, I can get us on the win anytime. I was like, wow, since when?
You can get us on the
Is
what?
this, you've been coming here for 2 years? And I was like, okay, so we got to go out there for Father's Day. That was pretty dope.
Nice.
Very cool. Yeah, that's a nice.
It was like a
that's
different
nice golf
planet,
course.
like a different planet.
Yeah.
Not to get too far off topic, but like
Yeah,
it's
I used to
literally
clean
cut out of
those
the city.
pools.
Yeah,
There's all those villas
yeah.
that are connected to the golf course. I
Yeah.
cleaned all their pools.
Oh,
so I met a
okay.
lot of celebrities and whatnot and saw a lot of craziness down there.
You said you opened it. You didn't say you were like the pool boy. Okay, this guy's shirt off, shorts on. I know what you were doing. This guy.
So what I've been playing lately is the Halo campaign Evolved.
Halo.
Man, I am, but I didn't realize how much I am. So I didn't want to pre-order it. I didn't want to pay the extra for an Ultimate Edition or anything like that because it's coming to Game Pass. It's included, right? But if you paid extra, you could play 5 days early. You can get some like skins and stuff. This is single player campaign only. There's no multiplayer on it. I mean, there's co-op. There's up to 4 players, but there's no versus,
no actual
right?
multiplayer.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so I was like, I'll just hold off. Why would I pay extra? I started seeing videos and everything during those 5 days, and I was like, oh no, I'm starting to like Jones for this. Bad. I held out. I did hold out because I was going to drop the money, but even if I had, I probably wouldn't have regretted it. It is awesome.
Really?
I am very pleased with this because it feels like the original.
Okay.
It has all the great writing, the great loop of, I think originally they said like every 60 seconds or 30 seconds or something, you should have this like combat, clear out the space. You have another like little drive, combat, clear out the space. It has that same loop through the whole thing. It's just the original game. Great writing, great maps. All the missions are just awesome. But now you have 2 additional players that could play with you, so you could play 4. And they added some quality of life changes that are more up to date without ruining the game. And then it's on Unreal Engine 5, which I wasn't sure about at the time when they first announced that. But I do have to say it looks really good. And there's a performance mode at 60 frames per second, and then there's quality mode at 30. And either way, it's been just playing good, dude. Even the 30 frames per second, at first I was like, this hurts, right? This hurts.
Yeah.
But you get used to it pretty quick. It's real pretty. But I switch it back and forth. I wish that there was no console games that were at 30 anymore. I mean, just
I have a whole question about that. So
I even have a feeling GTA 6 is going to be 30.
I think
pretty
GTA
sure.
6 is going to have
It might
a
be
lot
12.
of people. Yeah. I think a lot of people are going to be like, we waited this long and it's this unoptimized. I know who we're talking about. I know it's Rockstar and I know they take their time, but I think the scale of that game is going to bring a lot of consoles to their knees. Very similarly to how Cyberpunk was.
Yeah. Yep.
I definitely see that.
Unplayable.
Yeah, like literally unplayable. Like just falling through the floor in a loop.
Yeah.
Right?
Making your console just like literally overheat and shut off.
Yeah. Like
mid-game.
My graphics card was like tapping out. And I'm like, no, you got more fight in you. You got it. I honestly, I think I was unaware that console games give you the option of, hey, if you can't play it in 60, there's 30. What happened to optimization? Is that like, I mean, I'm more of a PC gamer now, but is that a thing where they're like,
I super agree with you because what I've been hearing on this generation is people are going, give us options. And the options are, do you want bad frame rate or bad resolution or, downgrade? I would rather them just kind of optimize it for the 60 and never show me the quality mode. Don't show me
the and be a quality mode.
Here's a thought. Why don't you just do it right the first time?
There's that.
Exactly.
I mean,
this isn't a PC. I don't buy a console to have a PC experience.
Exactly.
So I agree with you.
That's
just give me what
man.
you think as a developer is the best the best option and just let me play that.
But yeah,
I'm
and
good with that.
if they give you the ability to have perspective, then now I've got an opinion, right? If they're like, hey, you're getting this at 59.94 and there you go, and you don't know any difference, you're like, this is perfect, right? But if they're like, well, there's 24 frames a second, if your console can't handle it, why can't it handle it? Now I'm wondering why it can't handle it.
Yeah, why was it released on there?
Yeah, that's wild to me. Like, honestly, I don't know if I even knew that was
It's a strange
thing.
one though, because this is a Microsoft game and it looks best on PS5 Pro. So it really does look a little bit better on PS5.
I
Even just
mean,
regular PlayStation, I think it looks a little bit better than Xbox.
Is that just because of the machine?
I guess, because technically Xbox is more powerful than the PS5 regular, but PS5 is just more optimized, I guess. They can just get better quality out of the PS5
well,
developers, I
with
guess.
anything like hardware based, it really is about, can you optimize it?
Right. Yeah.
Right? Like, it
Yeah.
doesn't matter if you've got, this console or even a PC. If you've got 16 gigs of RAM and you've got, your video card has 12 gigs of DDR5 and you have a 12 core CPU, that sounds great. But
Yeah.
if this isn't optimized for that, then so what? That's why,
Right.
Crisis back in the day was melting people's PC. It was
Yeah.
like, hey, it can do all these things. Hopefully you can run it. And it's like, no.
It's
No,
almost
do
a
that.
challenge.
Yeah. It's like running a drag car on go-kart wheels. Like you can't do anything with that. Like that's kind of the equivalent of it. You can have all the horsepower in the
Yeah.
world, but if you can't get any traction, you're just gonna sit there and spin your wheels, literally.
Yeah, that's true.
So like
That's true.
it's this is the nonsense that keeps us pushing to these indie games that are being optimized and it's because that's what we're saying.
Yep.
Ultimately. So
Well, and also you're going to give the indie game a lot more leeway than you are
Oh yeah,
EA.
for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
sure.
Like,
For
sorry,
sure.
EA. I don't care what you're dropping. I don't care what the game is. It needs to be flawless because you're EA, because you're Microsoft, because you are Sony, Santa Monica. Like, what are we doing? The indie developer with 5 guys that work their butt off. If they have a couple hiccups, first off, they're aware and they're like, hey, right? But I don't want console manufacturers delivering a beta game to us and then saying, we'll fix
That's true.
it. Yeah,
That's true.
we'll fix it. Don't worry about it. Because there
Yeah.
was a time where there wasn't, downloadable patches.
Yeah, you
And
just
we
got what
didn't
you
have
got. Yep.
problems with those games. Isn't that crazy? Right?
Yeah.
Whatever the game was that released, you got it and you were able to play it all the way through.
Yeah.
But
Mhm.
as soon as you could download fixes, they're like, just give it to them. We'll fix it later.
And that-
like, that's crazy, man.
And that's exactly what we're talking about. The death of physical media was probably long ago. Like, ultimately, we have been conditioned to this point, right? It was like it was the disc. Then you got the case with the code. Now you don't even get the case, right? It was like, let me back up. It was the disc and you got the book.
Yes, I wanted the instruction guide.
Right. Then we only got the disc with no book.
Yes.
And they were like, well, the book is gone. What else can we get out of that case? And it was like, then you got a case with a code. And we're like, well, why even waste the plastic? And they're like, you're right. Let's go ahead and just send you a code. What's your email?
Yeah, I don't want that.
Just conditioned over time to lose that, and then be conditioned also of like AAA releases dropping and being bugged out, damn near unplayable.
Yeah, they're like, we could put that steak back on the grill. So we'd rather have it undercooked when we release it. We'll just dabble with it afterwards. Right?
That's probably the best carnivorous interpretation of of gaming I've ever heard in my life. But it really is like that, right? Like, yeah, we're gonna season this the best we can, and here you go, right? It's not done enough. Oh, we'll give it back. We'll fix it. How about now?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's better, but not really. I will give it back. Like, I don't want to do that.
Here's a 60 gig update.
Man, remember when Red Dead 2 released and you bought the game physical or digital, and day one it was 128 gigabyte download so you could play?
Yep.
Like,
and at that time, my cable company in Las Vegas charged you for data. I had like $100 bill.
Yeah.
On top of my
Yeah.
internet.
I recall.
So my internet was like $200. I called them and I was just like, "Are you guys insane?" They're like, "Well, you downloaded something."
You downloaded
like-
Are you insane? What do you mean?
Are you insane?
What do you mean?
Was crazy.
Yeah, that's wild. And I know a lot of times the argument to that is, well, not everyone has, a high speed internet, so we have to do something. That, while that is true, and I think that any company is going to cater to the majority past the minority, right? So they don't care, right? That's obvious. But it's more than that to me. It literally is what I'm saying, where you're just releasing a beta and you want to get that. That's why everything is pre-order, right? We want to get that pre-order money before the game even makes it to you, right? Before you can even go pick it up. We want that money immediately. So the stakeholders are like, all right, we feel more comfortable now, right? And then before the game's released, hey, by the way, all right, the entirety of what a Blu-ray disc can hold, you need to download that just to play. Like, what is that? What is that? Don't keep releasing beta versions of your games and then having 6 to 8 months to make it playable. That's wild to me. And now in a world where we are inching ever closer to digital only, like, to me, gaming is I think it's going to suffer because of that. I know that it seems like a knee-jerk reaction where gamers are like, oh, I don't like this. I really think it's going to suffer overall, besides not owning anything anymore.
Yeah. And it goes back to, we talked about it in that other podcast about, I believe that was California, where you buy it digitally and it was upheld in court. It was like, you do not actually own it. You own the rights to play the content, but you don't own the game anymore. I have PS1 games in the closet that you can never take away from me. Like, maybe I can't get on the PSN network, right? I have Xbox games. I have the original Nintendo Switch that'll still load up and play those things. But now we're talking like that is gone. That option is completely gone. You can we could play a game. We could find a game all three of us love today. Download it, $100, because we want the season pass. We want all this stuff. We're going to go after it. We're going to do it. And in 18 months, they're like, wasn't profitable and we can't really keep our servers online, and shut it off. And there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, but
Well,
it was called Anthem.
Yeah. Well, it'd be like, Josh, what if you went back into the mall and you walk past the lid store and they're like, give us the hat back?
Yeah. Well, he's got enough.
That's
he
true.
can give
Never
it
mind.
back. Right?
I wouldn't give it back.
I see an LV Aviators hat up there. I like that hat.
Yeah.
By the way.
I do. Yeah. For sure.
So
you see, my favorite one is right here.
I'm trying to track his finger going there.
It's like a black hat with a yellow brim.
And there's Darth Maul listening to music.
All right, let me see.
Yeah, what is that hat?
Hold on.
Go.
I'm trying to get. Oh my god.
It'd be awesome if he snatched the whole wall down.
Yeah, like the
all the
drywall
hats
came
just
out.
Hats
The whole wall come down. Yeah.
down.
No, they're these awesome little
J-Mac
hangers.
died under a fire.
There
we
hat.
go. That is.
I
Is
like
that
it.
like a goof troop?
Yes. Isn't that his son?
That's
Yeah,
power.
isn't that
That's
Goofy
Powerline,
son?
boys.
That's awesome.
Powerline?
Powerline.
Wait, is he from like
Goofy
Darkwing
movie.
Duck or something?
From Goofy movie.
Yeah, that's okay. All right.
Powerline.
I like
is
that. I like
probably
that you like. He knows Darkwing Duck. I like that.
Yeah,
though.
that's okay. I do know.
I was thinking
Darkwing
maybe
Duck.
he was a villain.
This
or
guy
something.
wants to get
No.
dangerous.
So funny enough, there's
Great
like
cartoon.
a winter coat and like a
It's actually really
like
cool
a
hat.
Hawaiian shirt that goes with it.
That's really
You
cool.
don't have
hat.
to wear that shirt though. You don't. Yeah, you don't have to do that.
I will. I'm gonna wear it on the next one.
No, no.
It's too hot in here.
Oh, something I was thinking about with the digital only, like they've been testing us, right? Not just all of the industries in general, because they obviously have. But, the video game industry, they've been testing us just to kind of see, right? Let's do online always, right? That was a huge test. Like, hey, this game you have to be online for us to know that it's your legitimate copy of the game. And then you can play, right?
Well, and what happened to that? When they announced that they were going to go that way, the internet went wild. And they were like,
freaked out.
never mind. We're
Yeah.
sorry.
That's
We're
what I'm
taking that back.
saying. That's what I'm
If
saying.
I turn on my Xbox today and I'm not connected to the internet, everything I've bought digitally says, we don't know if you own this, and it doesn't let me play it.
Yeah.
So where did that just all of a sudden come right back? And no one complained
what
about
I'm
it.
saying. Like, it's kind of like with everything in the world, really, right? Like, people get up in arms if it inconveniences them. But since everyone has like the memory of a goldfish, they're almost like, what was I mad about?
Yeah.
Right? I was upset about something. I don't remember now. Let's go ahead and get on the Xbox. Oh, well, internet's down. I guess I can't play.
Fish food.
Right. It's like, you're supposed to be upset about that, man. So yeah, I think they've been testing the waters here for a while. And I think it's coming to fruition, boys.
Yeah.
Man, you're right.
Is.
And I was trying to play like devil's advocate in my head with, okay, if Sony stops printing out discs, and then no doubt, Xbox's probably the whole next generation of every console is probably just like, oh, it worked. Let's just go all digital and do what Josh was saying. We could take it away from you. We save money printing. Everything's bettering for them, not for the consumer at all.
Yeah,
like there's no benefit. But I was trying to play like devil's advocate, and the only thing I could think was the transition between the generation of Xbox One to the generation of Series X and S, for me, going digital was really convenient because all my games that were digital on one, they carried right over to Series. So I didn't have to do anything with discs or anything, or the discs I did have worked. And it was just like a smooth transition, right, to this next generation. And it seems like a positive, but then when I think about it, if we go all digital, I no longer get to have a disc drive to play any of my movies that I love to keep, because I keep more movies than games, physical. That's gone. So there's no now none of our devices have a hard drive or a disc reader in them. That's gone. They control all the pricing on everything. You can't go to GameStop. You can't go to Craigslist.
Yep.
You can't go to Facebook Market and buy it cheaper than what they're going to sell it to you for. So now, I mean, I tried to play devil's advocate and it backfired on me.
I definitely think a huge part of it is they are definitely wanting to get rid of those secondary markets, right? Like we all came up in the GameStop generation, right? Where it was cool. You go in there, you're like, oh, boom, that's the disc I want. Hey, it's $60, it's brand new. Boom, got it. Man, I grinded it out this weekend, beat it. And like in 3 days, I'm going to take it back. Hey, I like to trade this in. They're like, cool, we'll give you $5. And you're like, wait, what? Right? But you're like, oh, okay, you could do it.
In their defense, early on,
it was better early.
It was not that bad.
I agree. No, I
agree. You would have got like $40 for it.
You would get 40, not if it's a sports title.
Yeah, but as soon as they were like,
I'm telling you. So the companies are like, we're not, we know these guys are taking that game back that we are still manufacturing for $60. They're getting $60 and then it's traded in, and then they put it up for resale as an open item for $55. So they're making crazy money off of it. So we need to do something to make sure that we control, where that money is going for our intellectual property. I understand that, right? Yeah. I'm not necessarily mad at that. I do still want physical stores. I want everyone to have jobs too. Like, we're getting rid of an entire market, where jobs are made, and especially for younger kids, right? Like, there's a lot that goes with that. When you're getting rid of things, you're getting rid of entire sectors of work in our society. So it's bigger. You wouldn't think about that initially, but that's bigger than just everything's digital. Yeah. Okay. Like, for however many stores you have, how many jobs is that? Right? Because GameStop is going to just be a Funko Pop store, basically, right? And that's going to fade away. So I get them wanting to control that part more, but if you're telling me it just makes more sense, we're going to get rid of that, right? When are you going to pass off those savings to the consumer? If this game is $70, which is most games are like 70 to $75 now.
Yeah.
If this game is $75 right now when I have a physical copy, is it now going to be $60 because it's digital? No.
Nah, it never has been.
Right? So we know they're not going to do that. So that's a hard pill to swallow for gamers who have, I mean, this is an expensive hobby.
It has
right?
become. Yeah.
This is quite expensive. So
Steam's really the only place that's kept it
affordable.
Okay,
I was
like
just about to say that, man.
Steam is like, hey, you put this on your wish list. This thing's down from 50 to $5 this weekend. You know,
and it
then
literally
they sell
can jump
a bajillion
like that.
of them.
Yes.
Yeah, it can jump
It
crazy.
can jump
I bought
crazy.
games for like $1
Yep.
on Steam.
Yep.
Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo. No, I put things on my
Especially
wish
Nintendo.
list, and it's like it emails me. You know, it's on sale. It's on sale from $70 to $68. Like
Yeah.
I get stupid emails like that.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
It's really, I mean, they're all guilty of it, but Nintendo's the worst.
Well,
Nintendo is like, you do know it's Zelda, right?
again,
You do know this.
At
Again.
the end of the day, you understand there's a Triforce
be
involved,
And
right?
with console gaming, the upside versus Steam was, okay, I'm going to pay the 70, but when I'm done with this game, I could sell it to some dude on Craigslist for 50, 45, whatever, right? And make a little bit of that back. And then he gets to enjoy it. And then he could sell it for 20 or whatever.
Right.
That was an upside to it. And that's where I felt like, okay, well, Steam has its little niche where you can get really good deals and they don't bash you on the head like that. But
you also have
console
the game,
has this
though.
other way.
You still,
But
with
consoles
Steam, you
are
still
not
have the
going to
game.
do what Steam's do.
No, they're never
They
going
are
to
not
do
gonna
that,
do-
man.
No.
I keep saying that. Like
They won't.
I wish it still ran, and it doesn't, and it's not because of Steam. It's because of Microsoft. All right. Lost Planet and Lost Planet 2. I have one on the computer. Loved those games. All right. I
Yeah.
still do own them. The only reason I can't play them is not because of Steam. It's because, well, the servers, they're not active anymore. That's the
So
only
those
reason.
are unplayable?
Yep.
Those
they're
are unplayable.
Yep.
Really? Yeah, I like those
And again,
games.
because not because of Steam. Steam's like, hey, you bought it from us, you have it, right? It's in your inventory. Don't worry about it.
but that's the argument, right? Is if they so deem, they just shut the servers down. Your game is dead. Your game is dead, and you know, and I guess it really depends on the type of gamer you are, of like how affected you're going to be by this. Like, I am definitely more live service tendency, right? So like, you know, with Destiny or any other games, or like playing like a Dragon Wild or a Valheim that's like server dependence or things like that, they shut those down and like kind of screwed. Like that, like you're not really
It's
like
over.
So there's a lot of
it's over.
online server based, or you know, nothing is peer to peer anymore. Like what is peer to peer anymore? I don't know. There's really not.
There's really not.
You
You're
know,
right
unless you're literally going to go and make your own server for you and your friends, maybe the only way to work around some of these games that do that.
Right.
But then, like, to what end? Like, are you going to do that for everything? There's no way. Even if you were able to, if the like licensor in the game lets you. But all this kind of made me think of like a question for you guys. When it's coming down to the cost of it, releasing half-baked games, doing all these things, and we're talking about indie games, are you more susceptible to the early release, labeling it beta, like all of a sudden, like it's some kind of magic wand? And it seems to be like, I kind of introspective is like, yeah, when you label it beta and you release it for $10, then like almost all is forgiven. So the question is like, how do you guys feel about that when a game is released? And this is probably more PC or Steam based with this, because consoles don't tend to do this, and they don't release a $10 to $10 to $20 beta release of their game.
Right.
Would that make you more inclined to try more and maybe ultimately spend more at the end of the year, or is this something that you're just like, well, that's just nice to have. I still want my fleshed out AAA.
That's a good question. That's a good question. I have an answer for it if you want to go first.
Okay, for me, I guess I would say I don't I don't love game previews. I do appreciate them and for what they are, but they aren't for me. I want a finished game, but I do like Steam's approach to it where, like you said, you get it if you're like an early investor, right, in these betas or these game previews, it's a lot cheaper, but then when it comes out, you own it, don't you?
Yep.
Yeah.
Like
You
that.
already own
So
it.
you're almost like you're putting like a little down payment on something that you're going to get cheaper because you're going to be there helping them decide what's working and what's not. The game previews on consoles typically, at least on Xbox, are provided through Game Pass or whatever. And so you aren't paying any money up front for it, but you're playing a half-baked game that they want your information back on, and there's no achievements to be made. There's glitches. It's not complete. So for me, it's not very fun. Grounded's a good uh, example of that. It's a
That's the
really
one where
cool game.
you're small and everything. It's kind of like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, the game.
Exactly.
Okay, yeah, that's a great example.
Yeah, really cool game. But it's like in game preview forever, right? Now we're at Grounded 2, and I played it and I'm like, it's really cool, but like you could see where there's, this is eventually going to be something, but it's not there yet, right? So you're just kind of not able to play it. It's just kind of like I'm putting in a bunch of work towards a game that when it does come out, am I really going to want to replay all that again and pay for it? So for me, it's not the thing. On Steam, I do think it is. Maybe that's my answer.
So you
Not
think
on
it's not a
console, but
console
on
thing?
Steam.
Okay.
I think on Steam, because the way they do it, you get it cheaper. You get to help them. There's a community, there's like forums where people are talking about like what they should do
Right.
and everything. And then it comes out and you own it. And everyone else is going to pay more because they waited.
Right.
But
console, yeah.
But in general, if you were to do that and they had the next AAA title and they say, hey, we'll drop it for $20, are like on Xbox, like would you be more
like would I do that?
Would you be more inclined to be okay with that beta? Right? Or like would
I would.
Okay. So you would see yourself
on that. Yeah.
Maybe even spend a little more money during the year, but you would try a lot more betas.
Especially if it carried over any progress. I don't like it when it wipes your progress when the full game comes out.
Most alphas do. A lot of betas don't.
Yeah,
Not
the
that
alpha,
not that
Gotcha.
any betas all that that's not entirely true to say that all betas carry over per se, but mostly it's an alpha thing that they're like, hey, you're playing the first 7 hours of gameplay here.
Right.
Let us know if we can boot.
You're just game testing.
They're like,
basically.
let us know if you can boot the game. But usually that's like super early access, and you are alpha tester, and you're not paying anything from that. So that is separate. So when it comes out to beta, it's just like, I guess it's just like ultimately is like, does that tag calm you down?
So I think, I mean, that's an interesting question. I look at the best case example of that is one of my favorite games on PC. I think it might even be on console now, but I think PC specifically is Ready or Not.
Okay.
I adopted into Ready or Not like immediately when I saw it because it reminded me of SWAT 4 back in the day. Like, oh, gotta get a part of that, right? I think for the beta, I think I bought it for like $20. It might have been $15, right? The game right now is $49.99. Right?
Yeah.
Now, it was in beta for maybe like 5 years. Okay. I want to say Valheim is still not a full release. Right. So I think my issue with beta, at least for PC, is sometimes it's a license to get it out there and then continue to build the game that you always had in mind. Right. Where I think with consoles, what I'm saying is they're like, I just get it out the door and then we'll fix your problems. But with PC, it definitely sometimes feels like, hey, so this is what we have as an idea. If you jump in right now in the beta, right, that money that you're going to give us will enable us to build the game our entire vision. Okay. So knowing that a game is beta, I give them way more leeway. Okay. Way more leeway. Like, okay, Ready or Not is kind of still like this, but these guys are bullet sponges. I like 17 headshots on the guy without a helmet. I'm like, gosh, that guy's hard headed, right? Like, what's going on right now? Now that it's in its more formal release, it's like, it's only 7 shots now, right? So it's kind of like, they fixed a couple of the issues kind of. If you're telling me out the gate, it's honesty, basically. If you're being honest and I know everything is above ground, let's go. Because now I'm fully aware of what I'm getting from you. But if I get, and I'm sure everyone remembers this, Battlefield 3, right? Frostbite engine, it's going to be crazy. You got that game, you're like, it just runs at 2 frames. And they're like, it does that. It's the new Frostbite. We haven't worked the kinks out. I paid you $70 for this game.
Sometimes more, and that it's really, I like to say $100 because if you're not buying the season pass with everything, like you're kind of like, so it's really like, let's be honest, it's $100 buy-in when you buy the AAAs now. It's the base game plus the $25 to $30 season pass. So and just not to cut you off, but Enshrouded, Enshrouded is another one like that, and
I love that game.
And Valheim, so they're both at $30 now, and I bought both of those games for $10. And they're about to hit their V1 release. Now, Valheim was a lot longer. Go ahead.
Valheim has been like that for a minute. Like, they make changes. They've built in different biomes now, right? So it's a little different. It's fleshed out a lot more. But yeah, I feel like a game like that, though, truthfully, when you play it, it never feels unfinished. Right? Like, I've never got to one part of that game where I'm like, man, I can't wait till they do this. I've never said that with that game. More than likely, I'm like, I keep dying in this area because I shouldn't be over here, right? I got on that boat. I made it over here because I wanted to see what it looks like. Now I've died 17 times trying to get back to where I should be. Those are the only problems I find with games like that.
Jake, have you ever played that?
Yeah. Like 4 years ago, I got on with you and your brother, and you showed me your castles and stuff. It was awesome.
We should definitely mess around on that game or Enshrouded at 1.0 because
it
those
takes your
games,
life, man.
Those games are so. Look, I know we're getting off topic slightly, but like if you're on a boat in like the early game with 4 of your chums. And you're like going through like the little creeks that sometimes are the land masses, and it turns night, and you guys are there's just 4 of you sitting on your boat with a torch, and all of a sudden it's like,
you're like, what is that?
Everybody's Something's like, what's that? And here comes a troll with its sledgehammer, and blow. Like and it wipes you all out, and everybody is upset, and everybody has to restart from where they are. It's actually super painful and amazing at the same time. So
it is.
Does it have crossplay?
I don't know if it will at 1.0. I haven't. I just know that. Since their release, they're like plus 150% on their biomes. And like weapons and upgrades and animals and everything and collectibles.
I'm buying it on something.
I just don't know how they map that to a controller. That's been my whole thing. Like,
Steve plays it on controller.
Really?
Yeah, sure does.
But your brother's a maniac.
Yeah, he carpal tunnel or some nonsense. I don't know. I can't.
He probably has 2 controllers. I don't know what he's doing.
I don't know what he's doing. But to get back on topic, so one of these and to be my own devil's advocate, is Star Citizen. Have you guys ever heard of that game?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the game that came to my mind. Hasn't that been on like
2011?
Yeah. Wow. That's wild. Since
like most of the people listening to this podcast right now weren't even born.
Well, that was like pre-production and like public reveal, and then really
That's
playable
crazy.
Around 2013. But you're talking about 13 years, and I have some friends that have spent a significant amount of money on it because it is all microtrans from what I understand.
That's rough, man.
It
That's
is
rough.
literally the entire game is pay to play, not pay to win.
Right.
Like pay to play.
Right.
There's a little
That's a
difference.
huge difference.
It's a huge difference.
Huge difference.
You just gotta. So
Wow.
But yeah, I personally would love to see more of those. Now, to your point, Jake, is I need a little bit of reassurance that I'm gonna get the 1.0 in my lifetime. In my lifetime. He was like,
No, that's true. Like Star Citizen players, there's probably, you know how many probably have actually died?
oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
And it's not out.
That's why I don't want to play it. That's
Whoa.
why. Yeah.
13 years, a lot can happen in
That's
13
crazy,
years,
man.
let alone 5. So
Didn't Red
That's
Dead
why I never
Redemption
play
release
a beta, because
2013?
I'm like, I'll probably be dead next
Yeah,
week.
I don't want that. I don't want that.
Me to die or the beta?
Both.
Thanks.
One's pretty permanent. Yeah, there's
I respawn,
definitely,
it's fine.
I don't think it works like that. Yeah, I don't know. This question, we could do a whole podcast on this because we have such good examples of games where you're like, they did it right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
And then we have, I'm going to say it again, we have examples of, I waited for this game forever. And when Anthem came out, I was like, okay, this looks so good. I know, like, this looks
that one burned me,
amazing.
man.
I'm in love with this for 2 days. I'm like, I feel like I played it all. Right. I feel like I played it all. And you were sitting there
right.
like, yeah, I was right. But you sat
Yeah.
there like, okay, I guess they're probably going to deliver more stuff via download. That game was in beta. Maybe the graphic engine wasn't, but the game itself was like, yeah, we'll figure it out. Hey, players, what do you not like about it? Like, what? Like, it was not finished. That's what I don't like about it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And then it was gone in a year and a half.
Yeah, that was supposed to kill so many games.
Crazy.
And it was
That's
only a self-inflicted wound.
And you know what's wild? Honestly, if that game was fleshed out, I probably still would be playing it because the mechanics of the game were so much fun, right? Like, that's a game where if they were doing a bunch of DLC and it was like, we've got new biomes and new enemy types and, like that type of game with how it looked, if they could have new world to explore, right? Another new world to explore. That's all that it needed. But no, hey, we finished the graphic engine. Get it out to them, guys. Right. Yep. So that's the beta version. To me, that's the beta version on console.
I think you're right. That's probably the best answer right there, is just, it's a case by case situation, and how honest is the game developer being when they're making it? How much are they communicating with the audience as they're playing it? And yeah, I think that's probably the best answer is, we have some really horrible examples and we have some really great examples of those kind of situations.
Yeah. So PSA to all those gamers out there, look into who's developing the game you're looking at.
Yeah.
Go look at it because. And
Before you drop the money.
Look at some history here. Like, if it's a $10 indie game, why not? Right? Like, I know, like, you're already in this hobby. Like, $10 is nothing when we're giving a game a go. To find out that 2 years later it's worth $60 anyway. So, and you're still playing it or have X playthroughs through it. But knowing like it. And there's a lot of studios that are put their hands on games and they fumble. They really do.
Yeah. Some of the big boys, Gearbox, right? Like, there's some developers that have a name and you're like, oh, their games are always going to be great. And that memory of a goldfish strikes again. And you're like, wait a minute. Didn't they do that the last couple? Like, what am I doing? Right? This is why I haven't bought the last Borderlands yet. And like, it needs to be on a real sale for me to drop any money on that game. Like, any money at all. Like, they've got to make me want to come back. And at $70 right now, with like this game being very similar to the last few, the reviews are insane. And they were insane out the gate. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to hold off on that. Right? If it's $20, I'll play it through because it's co-op. Right? But you're not going to keep giving me beta releases and be like, you got it, right? It's our goodwill. You know who we are. And no, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, guys. Well, thanks for getting back together. It's been a
Yeah.
long time.
It has. It
I had a
has.
blast.
Yeah, me
Yeah,
too, man.
thanks,
It's good
guys.
seeing everyone's face.
Yeah. I hope that if you're stuck with the podcast all the way to the end, it's been about an hour on the dot, pretty much. We're just really grateful that you're watching.
Yes.
Subscribe. Please share it with your friends. Let us know what your thoughts are, because I do see there's people watching, but we want to know what you think about the conversation. So we'll
Let's have the
reply to you and
interaction.
all that. Yeah,
Yeah.
it'd be
Love that.
awesome. So we're out of here. Bye.